Another way that's really amazing is to leverage affiliates. So if you're able to find people who are okay with promoting your services for you in exchange for maybe payment or in exchange for maybe free services or something like that, the benefit of you being able to do that is that now other people are pushing your service for you. I see so many people who leverage affiliates. They leverage other people to push your service, and it's a fair exchange, right? Because they're pushing your services. Maybe you're giving them a percentage of the sale, whatever the case may be. But affiliates is another really good way to be able to generate traffic. I'm about to give you the exact breakdown on how to build a six-figure online business with your expertise that's going to be automated enough for you to actually operate this business while you still work your 9 to 5. And the best thing about this is you don't have to take on a huge financial risk by quitting your 9 to 5 to start this business. You actually can enjoy the benefits of the freedom of launching this business while you work your 9 to 5 while still being able to maintain the security of your 9 to 5 before you actually take that leap. You're going to be able to actually leverage these strategies immediately and even be able to launch your business this year and be able to scale to at least $10,000 per month if you do things the right way. What's up, family? Welcome to another episode of the Grind Season Show, where we break down the strategies, the mindset, and the resources for you to be able to build a successful online business by leveraging your expertise. My name is Adrian McGee, and I'm a business growth consultant that helps small business owners access the tools and resources to be able to grow their business the same way that the large corporations are able to. So in order for this to work, you have to understand the exact 4 secrets that's going to be able to be used to be able to help you scale an online business. Just so you know, here's how I got my experience actually building an online business, and here's how I was able to help my clients generate $5 million in sales in 2023. And it was all by being able to leverage my corporate expertise and being able to apply that to helping small businesses grow. So when I was in corporate, I actually worked as a consultant where my responsibility was to go into different departments of our organization and basically help them implement certain processes and things to be able to streamline processes, save money, and all that good stuff. And what I did was I literally took the same thing that I was doing in corporate and started doing it for other small business owners, and things just started to grow really, really quickly while I was working my 9 to 5. I've been doing this for 3 years, and we've been creating amazing results for different business owners. And the way that we do this is because we leverage certain systems to be able to automate businesses, to be able to acquire customers, to be able to fulfill their orders, fulfill their services, and to be able to even automate their business to be able to run completely without them. And we've been able to create some amazing results for the people that we work with. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you the exact strategies that we use to scale other online businesses, to be able to scale my own business, and the same strategies that I use to teach thousands of entrepreneurs how to implement these same exact strategies. So before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel if you're not already. We're going to be dropping these episodes every single week, and there's going to be a ton of value. We don't hold back on a game. We don't try to hold things back for you to be able to sign up for our services or anything like that. Literally give you all the information completely for free. So secret number 1, when you are launching or scaling your online business, the first thing that you have to make sure that you have is a really good offer. And what we like to call this is no-brainer offers, meaning that you have to create an offer that is so good that people feel dumb if they do not sign up for your services or whatever you have to offer. And I want to say this is probably the biggest piece that a lot of people miss out on when it comes to growing their business, because they immediately try to do things like run ads, build a website, and they try to do all these different things, but they never sit down and actually build an attractable offer. And the thing that a lot of people don't realize is you don't have to start this completely from scratch. A lot of people don't take advantage of the fact that you have the internet, you have AI now, right? You have all these tools and resources available, and the best way for you to be able to build a really good offer is to copy another offer that's already out there, that's already proven to be successful. A lot of people believe that they have to start completely from scratch in order to be able to build a successful business. 100% do not have to. You can literally look at your competition and be able to duplicate the same offer that they have and just add your flavor, add your spice to it, and that's going to be able to give you a huge head start. Now, when it comes to being able to build a really good offer, there's going to be 3 things that you have to consider. Number 1, you have to consider the price. Number 2, you have to consider the quality of service that you provide. And then number 3, you have to consider the speed at which you deliver this this product. Now, here's what happens in most situations. When you lower the price of your product, typically you're going to provide slower results and it's going to be slower quality. Now, if you increase the quality of your product, what's going to happen is it's probably not going to happen as fast and it's probably going to be a little bit more expensive. And then finally, if you're doing something really, really fast, it's probably going to be a little bit more expensive, but the quality can probably be down. So if you're able to hit that middle ground and be able to make a no-brainer offer for your ideal client, it becomes really easy to be able to scale your business because you have a product that people actually want to pay for. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do you actually create a really good offer? And I always tell people the biggest tip, the best thing that you can do is actually communicate with the people that you want to offer your service to. When we teach our clients, we're showing how to build their business. We simply tell them, hey, find your ideal client and go have conversations with them. Go do surveys. Go figure out what it is that they actually want, because one of the biggest mistakes that we see people make is that they try to assume what their customers want instead of just asking them straight up what it is that they would like. Try to figure out the other products that they're buying that's similar to what you have to offer, right? And that's going to really be able to help you build a successful offer. And then the final thing that you have to think about with your offer is your offer needs to identify the result that you want to get a person. And you have to think of what is the likelihood that they will achieve those results when they work with you, right? So if you are creating an offer and you are offering a certain result that people really want, if you have 100% likelihood of being able to get them those results, then it's a very high likelihood that they are going to want to work with you. That means you have a really good offer. Now, obviously, it's never 100% guaranteed, but you have to consider the likelihood of them being able to get results in order for you to consider the value of your offer. So what I like to think of when I create my offers is I like creating so much value that it's like a no-brainer for you to sign up. So it's easy for me to be able to create good offers as a consultant because I'm able to quantify it, right? So I could say, hey, my services cost, $1,000, but I know that I'm going to be able to make you $4,000 to $5,000 back. So it becomes a no-brainer for people to be able to buy my product and services because I could easily show them estimated revenue and growth of their business that they're going to get. And this is why I really love building a business with my expertise, because we're able to create so much value for other business owners who are able to usually see heavy returns in terms of their revenue and sales, which means they have no problem paying you what you're worth because you're showing that you're providing so much value as far as how much money that they're actually making back. Now, secret number 2, if you're a new business owner and you're just starting off, the biggest thing that's missing is going to be the trust factor when it comes to working with you, right? You don't have the track record. You don't have the things available for people to immediately believe that you can actually create them results. So what I like to do is building a trust building asset, which is going to be a valuable piece of resource that you can give to someone to give them a micro transformation. So that way they're able to trust that you can actually deliver the service that you offer. And I really prefer to do this by offering something completely for free, because if you're giving someone something for free and they actually test it out and it provides a lot of value, it makes them think, hold on, if he's giving this away for free, then I can only imagine what the paid service is going to look like. And I was taught by my mentor, one of the most important things to do when it comes to building your trust building asset is that your free product needs to be worth more value than other people's paid product. If you're able to come in and build trust, you don't need testimonials, you don't need a bunch of social proof, and you don't really even have to have a bunch of evidence that you can actually do what you can do, because if you are able to deliver value completely for free, people are going to trust you. So let me give you a quick example of how this works, right? And it doesn't have to be free. It can actually be something that's pretty low ticket that just creates a low barrier of entry for someone to work with you and be able to trust you. So when you think about a lot of other small businesses, I really love to think about oil change services, right? So when you think about getting an oil change, you have places like Jiffy Lube, Valvoline, and a bunch of other places that offer oil changes, right? They usually will offer you a really huge discount to get an oil change. And that oil change is literally made just to build trust with you. I'm not really sure about the numbers, but I'm pretty sure they don't really make a lot of money by doing the oil changes. But what you might notice is when you go in to do that oil change, they usually will run a diagnostic on your full vehicle and make a bunch of suggestions on other things that you need. And guess what? You're going to trust them because you went through the door and actually already paid them for a service. So it becomes really, really easy for you to buy something else from them. I'll give you another example. When you think about restaurants, right? Their trust building asset might be like the dollar menu, right? They want to offer you something that's really cheap, that's like a no-brainer, right? A $1 cheeseburger. And you come in and do that, and then you taste the food, you like it, and then what ends up happening? You end up ordering more things from them. You start to think about them more, and you start to become a repeat customer. And that's why you see a lot of small business owners do things such as offering discounts on the first time use of services. That's why when you scroll on social media, you might notice that people are giving away a bunch of free ebooks or free trainings and things like that. And the reason for that is because they are offering you a trust building asset that you're going to be able to use and be able to believe that they can actually create results for you. So when it comes to being able to build your business, you have to have a really good offer, but you also need to have a trust building asset that people can use to actually believe that you can deliver that service to them. Secret number 3, now that you have your list building asset, now that you have a really good offer, the next thing that you need is traffic. You need people to actually see your trust building assets. You need people to actually see your offer. Now, there's going to be a few ways for you to be able to generate traffic. My favorite way is actually using paid ads. I love being able to pay platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google. I love paying these platforms to place my content in front of my ideal client. So that way I don't have to depend on the algorithm. I don't have to go out and knock on doors and actually have conversations to be able to sell, to be able to generate traffic. I'm just able to pay these platforms. And once you're able to build a scalable system, you start to be able to have a business that says, hey, if I spend, $20, I make $100 every time I do this. So now I can spend $1,000 and make $5,000. So paid traffic is going to be the best way, in my opinion, to be able to generate traffic. Now, when you're first starting off, you might not need to invest in paid ads right away. So there's other ways to do this. And my other favorite way is to actually just use organic traffic on social media. Social media is a really great place for business, right? A lot of people are hanging out there. So if you're able to create valuable content for people and they're able to get your freebie or whatever your trust building asset is, and they're able to do that, there's a high likelihood that once you get a certain amount of people to get your trust building asset, there's going to be people who are going to be interested in your services. And then once you realize that, when you make a certain piece of content and things like that, a certain amount of people access your trust building asset, a certain amount of people buy from you, so you start to have a scalable business model that you're actually able to grow again on autopilot, because you're just putting content out and then they're actually just building trust with you just based on the asset that you have. Another way that's really amazing is to leverage affiliates. So if you're able to find people who are okay with promoting your services for you in exchange for maybe payment or in exchange for maybe free services or something like that, the benefit of you being able to do that is that now other people are pushing your service for you. I see so many people who leverage affiliates. They leverage other people to push your service, and it's a fair exchange, right? Because they're pushing your services. Maybe you're giving them a percentage of the sale, whatever the case may be. But affiliates is another really good way to be able to generate traffic. And then the final way to generate traffic is going to be by doing outreach, right? So you're able to actually reach out to people and offer them, the services and the offer that you have. And this is why a trust building asset is so important when it comes to doing outreach, is because you're actually able to offer somebody something completely for free at a huge discount for them to be able to build trust that you can actually deliver the bigger service, right? So things become a lot easier when you have this asset, because when you generate this traffic, you're automatically building trust with people as you generate the traffic. So those are going to be the key ways for you to be able to actually get people to actually know about your offer or your trust building asset. And then secret number 4, you need to have a conversion system. So that way, when the traffic is coming, you have an automated system that's actually taking that traffic and getting them to buy your product or services without you having to really be involved in the process. Now, when we say a conversion system, the system that most people are aware of, the system that I actually push the most, especially to push things online, is leveraging sales funnels. So this is going to be really simple landing pages that have, connected email and text message automation connected to it, because guess what? Here's the flow. Let's say you have a trust building asset that is a coupon for someone to sign up for your services, right? You're going to have a landing page for people to provide you their information in exchange for that coupon. Now, once they give you their contact information, your automated system is going to send emails and text message reminders for them to actually use the service that they signed up for. And then on top of that, they are now a part of an email list that you're going to be able to email and text message and communicate with directly anytime you want to offer any special promotion or anything like that. And I always tell people, when it comes to scaling to like your first $10,000 months, the best thing that you can do is actually collect contact information and maybe even manually reach out and call those people. I remember when I was scaling my business at the beginning, I had a service that was at the time, it was about $4,000. And I offered a list building asset. So for example, I offered something, it was like a checklist. Hey, here's a free checklist on how you could free up 20 hours per week as a business owner. And, I was running paid ads to it, and I was getting some, a ton of leads with running the paid ads. I was only spending like maybe $30, $40 a day on it. And I was getting about 5 leads a day. And all I did was anytime that I got a new lead, I literally picked up the phone and just gave them a phone call. And I ended up closing about $12,000 in deals in the first month of me running ads because I literally just picked up the phone and called them. Guess what? They opted into my trust building asset. They trusted me because I gave them something for free that was actually pretty valuable. So when I called them, they were actually genuinely happy that I called them, and they were actually pretty thankful because I gave them such a great resource for free. So then when I asked about, their pain and things that they might have needed help with, it was an easy conversation, and I actually was able to close a ton of deals just from making these phone calls. But even if I didn't make the phone calls because I wasn't able to call everyone, my emails and my text messages were following up with them. So it was easily automating the process for people to book an appointment with me and learn about our other services. And I had their trust because I had the trust building asset. And now I have the sales funnels that's automating the process. And then I'll give you another example. We were working with a cleaning company, right? A cleaning company was offering $20 off your first cleaning, and they used a sales funnel, and people were giving their information up. After they gave their information up, they received text messages, emails to book a consultation to get the free quote on top of getting a $20 off coupon. This business owner was literally generating clients and sales on autopilot, and they didn't have to do anything because they were using paid ads to get people to opt into their sales funnel, which was the conversion system that we're talking about. So let's start over, y'all. Let's think about the 4 secrets for you to be able to build a 6-figure online business this year. All right. First thing is you have to create an irresistible offer. You got to create a really good offer that provides a ton of value for what people are getting. And you have to provide something that pretty much kind of stands out among the competition, but it's okay to completely start off by doing what the competition is doing because they already did all the work for you. They already tested that offer out. Number 2, you have to build a trust building asset. You have to give away some type of value to someone at a big discount or completely for free for them to be able to trust you, for you to be able to build your authority, for people to be able to trust you. Once you have that trust building asset, the next thing that you need is traffic. You need people to actually come across your offer. You need people to come across your trust building asset, right? And then the final secret, the last thing that you need is you need a conversion system, or what we like to call sales funnels, to be able to completely automate this process when the traffic comes, y'all. So that is exactly how we scale businesses. This is the exact blueprint that we do. When someone launches a business, we go through these 4 steps and literally build this exact system. And now you're able to rinse and repeat and do the same thing. Now, if you found this valuable in any way, make sure you like or subscribe to the YouTube. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to invite you to join our newsletter group. So when you join our newsletter, we actually invite you to free workshops every single week. We actually give you a ton of free training that you're able to use to really be able to dive deep and implement the things that we talked about today. So if you're looking to build your business, if you're looking to transform your life and take things to the next level, the next step for you to do is to make sure you join our newsletter because there's going to be massive value on the way once you do. So thank you again, family, for taking the time to watch another episode of the Grind Season Show. I'll see you guys on the next one.